right, everyone, you're welcome to the IQ Leadership Retreat 2025, day 3. And this is the theory. You know what it is already. It's the grand finale. And of course, the beginning of a thing, the end of a thing, is always better than the previous. So yes, we've got, quite, of course, incredible lineup so far from day 3. We've talked about attitude. We've talked about personal growth. We've talked about yesterday we talked about relationship. We talk about priorities, and today we are talking about two very important things, which are first, from success to significance, and of course, we would be, having the other session. It's going to be, a great one. Our guests are already in, and we are about to start now. But as we start, I just, want to say quite a number of things concerning the IQ leadership retreat. As you know, the IQ leadership retreat is a program brought to you by the Intellect Quest company. And the Intellect Quest company is a company I am founding and I am a chief knowledge officer of. And so we are currently doing our paperwork to officially launch. However, we can't wait for that. We are starting by putting things up from January. From last year, 2024. We've started doing some things. First, if you remember, the Race Summit. The Race Summit, we had quite phenomenal, guests, joined us. It was December 28th and January 1st. The Race Summit, it's coming up this year again. The team is already set, and the lineup of Africa is just to start engaging the speakers. We'll be having our guest shortly from South Africa. But she's already getting ready to speak to us, and she'll be speaking to us on from good intentions to good action. So yes, I was telling you about the Intellect Quest company. So yes, the board of directors, are getting onboarded and quite a lot of things. But one thing you should know when you hear the Intellect Quest company is knowledge. And as you know, the IQ in all of the things that we do, such as the IQ leadership retreat, just like this, or the IQ community, it all means intellect quest. The IQ means intellect quest. And so we are all on a quest to, increase our intellectual intelligence. No one wants to stay where you are, forever. And to be able to grow, you have to increase your IQ, known as your intelligence quotient. But of course, we are rebranding it to say we are on a quest, to increasing our intellectual intelligence. Yeah, that is, it in a nutshell. The Intellect Quest company is a knowledge conglomerate. Maybe sometimes within the end, we are going to share a demo website that we've created for you to just get to have a little idea of what the Intellect Quest company is. That is all about the Intellect Quest company. Now about the Oh, sorry, I got kicked out. Yeah, I'm back in. I'm back in. I'm back in. I await the O's and the technicals to spotlight me so we can get on. Okay, here we go. So yes, as you know, it's been a wonderful 2 days so far, and today is not going to be an exceptional. It's going to be awesome too. And so I want you to get your pen ready, get your writing materials, try to just get ready to, if you are in your house. I saw some people turn on their camera some few minutes ago. Yes, we want you to do that at some point when our speakers, are engaging you. So we want you to speak. We want to hear from you. Try and engage. Of course, there will be post-production after all of this, and you would love, seeing your face as part of the recap for this maiden edition of the IQ retreat, that is starting, because it's going to be, an history for you to have your face future in it. And of course, drop in whatever resonates with you into the chat group. And of course, we can't forget those who are joining us from YouTube. For yesterday and today, people who are constantly joining from YouTube, are quite much. It seems like we ignore them, but I mean, they know we are on Zoom and we are beaming from Zoom. And yes, if you're on Zoom, keep up the good work, engage, type, and respond. And yes, and let's get this going. So yes, without wasting much of our time, I will be bringing up our guest right now. Of course, she's going to introduce herself. If you are in the community group, you would have seen a profile, their profile through the Instagram link shared all of these days, and even the pictures that has been shared. So yes, of course, you want to go there, but I mean, she's going to tell us who she is, so you're going to get it. And just to give you a snippet, remember our last previous speakers, we have someone who is from Dubai. She's a two-time TEDx speaker. Yes, we have a doctor, joined us. We have phenomenal, people join us. And so these people, trust me, these people, they are from all over the world, and that's what make the Intellect Quest company, a global one. This will make it. And so without wasting more time, and as we get into today's value teaching, of course, from good intention to action. While our guests, turn on our camera and I wait for her, I will just tell you about what we're about to listening to. Someone engaged me, part of who joined today, and yes, he talked about the fact that he has had ideas in his mind of writing books, and that how am I able to write the books I announced yesterday, and I'm like, I just get it going and just try to write as much as I can, and this is what it is. I have good intentions. This year alone, I've started about 10 books, no jokes, 10 books. But you see, the action to get it done is what will reveal the success behind it. Yeah, so get ready to listen to our speaker as you learn how to move from good intention. Intention is a mind to actionable, to actioning it out. So yes, over to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome our speaker. Welcome our speaker, Eugene Meck from South Africa. Round of applause, virtual round of applause for her. Yeah, keep it rolling, keep it rolling. All right, over to you, Ma.
Greetings, everybody. I already see some familiar names. I'm very good in keeping names. I see Beulah. I believe she was here yesterday. I see Alice. I see some of you guys. I already know that you were here yesterday. It's nice to be back again. So, for those who do not know, my name is Eugene Meck, and I'm the senior facilitator of the Beyond Success Equip South Africa. And I am also a peer educator for human rights under Africa Unite, an initiative that is under United Nations. And I happen to be the founder and managing director of the Eugene Meck Foundation, an organization that brings free skills to our youth so that we can end poverty through education, and we can end transactional relationships through free skills, whereby we give free skills to our youth, such as sewing, all those kind of skills to those that are not into skills, because not everyone want to use their hands. We then invest in their dream. For example, maybe the ones to sell something, we then give them a startup. We can call it a capital to start something for themselves, and many other more, just to make sure that our youth are equipped and we can end transactional relationships, gender-based violence, and diseases, STDs, excuse me. Yes, so that's enough about me. And let's jump right into it. Today we're going to discuss about from good intentions to good actions, right? And yesterday we were on priorities. So let's make it more engaging today, right? I want to see who was paying attention. I want to see who was doing the something yesterday. So from everything that you've learned, from everything from the first speaker to yesterday, I need you to tell me one thing that you've learned, one thing, and something that you've committed in doing these past days, and what were the results. I need you, if you want to unmute, if you want to write in the chat box, you are welcome to do so. But today, please allow me to see your beautiful faces. If you can, unmute and show yourself while you're answering. I would really appreciate that. So I need us to engage today. I need you to tell me, what action did you take from the first speaker? What is it that you have learned, and the action you have taken, and what were the results of that? Let's get right into it. Feel free to chat in the chat box. Feel free to tell me. Oh, the welcome was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the welcome. What is it that you have learned? Am I audible? Let me believe.
Audible. We can hear you
Okay,
well.
great. Oh, nice, nice. So now, what is it that you have learned from the first speaker? Let's engage. If you were here from day one, what is it that you have learned from this first speaker until yesterday, until last night? What is it that you have learned? What stood out for you? What action did you commit in doing, and what were the results? Let's share and let's engage, all of us.
Okay. Good evening.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Sir.
Can you hear me?
Evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Amos Oladimiji is my name, from Nigeria. Okay. I learned about self-development. You have to be specific. You have to be deliberate about it. And from that time, I've made up my mind um, to be deliberate of where I go, the book I read, the friends I keep, and where have you. So I've started even deleting some contacts that will not be a benefit to my growth, and then trying to get more network that will advance me in my quest for success. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Someone else? Anyone else? Ladies that are in the room, do you want the gentleman to win? Take up the stand and let's interact. Biola, Bicola, Alice. Let's talk. What is it that you have learned? What is it that stood out for you from the first lesson until last night? Are we still together?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Anyone wants to share something? Anyone? Are we not learning something? That everyone is quite like this. Are we not learning something? Nice, Beulah. She says, I tried the 30-second rule, giving someone a compliment or acknowledging something about them in the first 30 seconds of meeting. It worked so well. The conversation felt natural and warm right from the start. Thank you so much for that. Indeed. Thank you. Okay. Okay,
I
let's
think
say
Prosper wants to speak. Prosper, are you ready to speak?
Hello, good evening, everyone.
good evening, Prof.
Okay, so what resonated with me deeply from the first day was being intentional about growth, and then also yesterday, prioritizing effectively, and then spending 80 80% of your time doing the 20% of your most important task. And then what I did to meet that was to actually keep my still and then spend all my day in the library. I'm actually at my rehearsal session now, and I saw it was very helpful because actually my roommates really distract me, and then the productivity I saw today was very very appreciating, and then very very high. So I'm very disappointed I didn't see this early, but then it's good I know it now. Yes, thank you everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you
All
so much,
right.
Professor.
Maxwell is also raising up his hand.
Okay.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm just putting on singlet, I just came in, so I would not want to enable my video. I don't know if it will be fine. All right. So thank you very much. Okay, so I joined only yesterday because of meetings. Even when I joined yesterday, it was even after I was able to drop off a meeting I was on earlier. So, but I caught the parts of priorities and the stories. Both stories were inspiring. The story from the nurse who acted when there was a power outage crisis, and then her comment, on saying she did the first things first or something like that. What was that word? So that was so inspiring yesterday, and then it made me to reevaluate instead telling us to outline our actions or our plans for the day and always have an outlook of what our day will be like every day, and for us to truly evaluate, we should note what we did, no matter how minute those things seem to be. We should take a journal of them every day, and maybe at the end of the week we audit and see where our wastages, where we have wasted time the more. So it was quite great to hear that yesterday, and also the story from John Maxwell himself of the usage of ask, as the Bible makes us understand that when the axe head is blunt, that you need to put more energy, but wisdom is profitable to direct. So those words yesterday reinforced some of the teachings we've had, and then also learned some new things more. So thank you very much, Eugene. It was a nice one yesterday. Yes, thank you.
It's a pleasure. Okay, so the whole point of this is that this is how a round table should be. It's not supposed to be only me speaking. It's about us interacting, talking, and think. So that's the whole point of the round table. That's how it's supposed to be. So I'm loving this. So you are welcome to speak anytime you want to speak. You just have to raise your hand, and I believe my brother Adura will make sure that you're unmuted and you voice out whatever that you wanna speak or you wanna understand. So I don't know what time it is from your country, from wherever you're watching me from, but from my own, I believe it's okay. It's to 9. From your side, I don't know what time it is, but you're welcome to put in the chat box so that we can see what time.
It's 7:37 in Nigeria.
Oh, wow, nice. So I believe and I pray that most of the people that are here will be will meet November at the conference, but I will be in Nigeria November. So hopefully we'll meet, right? All of us. So let's get right into it. I'm going to play a video, right? And I need you, when the video is playing, I need you to note something that will stand out for you. Underline something that will stand out for you from the video, because you're going to have a discussion after that. Everyone is going to participate. You're going to notice something that will stand out for you in the video, then you come back and we talk. Remember, the round table is not about me talking, but it's about us talking. So listen to the video and learn something from it, and we'll discuss right after. Please play the video, Adria. Adura.
Oh, yes.
Yes, please play the video.
Yeah. Technical team is playing.
I would like to talk to you about the lifestyle of successful people. You see, I've discovered most people have good intentions, but few people live intentionally. When I was in my 20s, I went to a conference where W. Clement Stone talked to us about practicing intentional living. And he gave us an exercise that I literally went home and did, and I'm going to share it with you now. I call it the Do It Now exercise. W. Clement Stone said that every morning when you wake up before you get out of bed, 50 times, say aloud to yourself, do it now, 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 50 times. He said that night, he said when you get ready and you lay in bed before you go to sleep, the last thing you say aloud to yourself, again, 50 times, is do it now, 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 50 times. He said the next morning, before you get out of bed, again, aloud to yourself, 50 times, do it now, do it now, do it now. At night before you go to sleep, 50 times, do it now, do it now, do it now. Third day, do it now in the morning, 50 times, do it now in the evening, 50 times. He said, I want you to do that for 30 days. Every day, 50 times in the morning, 50 times in the evening. Aloud to yourself, say the phrase, do it now. He said, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen at the end of that month. The first day of the next month when you wake up, your first thought will be to do it now. He said, what I'm teaching you is intentional living and wording something until it becomes a practice in your life. And I'm just going to say to you that if you want to be successful, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to live intentionally. And that small step in the right direction that you take becomes one of the biggest steps in your entire life. You see, wishing for things to change won't make them change, and hoping for improvements won't bring those about, and dreaming won't provide you the answers that you need, and even vision. Only intentional living with intentional action will give you the life that you want. Okay, it's time to do the roundtable. You'll find that the intentional living roundtables have a slightly different format, but the focus is still on personal application and taking action in your life.
Wow. So, what is it that you got from the video? What is it that you've gotten from the video? You're welcome to unmute. You're welcome to show your face. You're welcome to write in the chat box. Now we are going to discuss. What is it that you got from the video? What is it that stood out for you from the video that you have learned?
Okay.
some people are ready to speak. Okay, Prosper, I see you. Yeah,
okay,
yes.
so one thing I've learned in this video, and I've realized this is one of the consistent patterns. Sorry for the background noise. It's intentionality and consistency. It looks at this thing has been something that I've been hearing from seminar to seminar, from webinar to webinar. I think it is high time we change our actions. We are supposed to be intentional and consistent, because it's in the consistency we see the results we want. Yes, that's what has stood out. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Prosper. Sorry, Prosper, where are you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm from Ghana.
Oh, okay, great, great. Good.
Okay, can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Amos again from Nigeria. Is loaded. Do it now, do it now. In the morning, do it now. 50 times in the morning, 50 times in the night, for 30 days. For you to succeed, we have to live intentionally. You have to be deliberate about it. You can't leave it in the hands of anything or circumstances that surround you. You have to take it by yourself. You have to do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Loaded. Thank you.
Nice. We have Beulah. Beulah said only intentional living with intentional action will give you the life that you want. And Alice says, do it now, do it now, do it now. Wow, great. Thank you so much. You are all welcome to keep on putting your comments in the chat box. Well, you know, the moment you realize that no one is coming to save you, you're responsible for you do it better. Right? Because we tend, especially us, I want to use the word us from the brown community, we have this mentality that when we attend such workshops whereby they are teaching us of being intentional, we tend to think that they are motivational speakers, so they want to motivate us, and yet they already have made it in life. But let me tell you something. You are thinking that they are motivational speakers because of you're only hearing it, you're not doing it. But the moment you start bringing action in what you are being told, believe me, you will see that you're not being motivated. You're being told to be intentional. So that's the secret of all of these things. So for I always make an example of me because I know myself better. When we come to spaces whereby you are a youth, right? I believe that all of us here, most of people in this space, we are young people, and that. So when it comes to being a youth, and a lot of pressure comes in being a youth, and there are a lot of things that you want to achieve and want to do, and if things are not going accordingly, you start motivating yourself by telling yourself, my age mates are also doing it. There's nothing wrong because of there are no jobs. There's no that. There's no that. So I can't do it. There's only you. We tend to think that success is for certain category of people. But let me tell you something. Even in the space whereby you think things are not hard, you just have to be intentional. And believe me, your dreams will come true. I am not motivated.
Oh, sorry. I think she was bounced out. Probably internet. Internet. Oh yes, but please stay on the line. Stay on the line. As just before she joined us back, admin, please just spotlight her once she's joining back. She's talking, for those who are just joining us, she's talking about intentional living, from intentions to action. And of course, that's the superpower, that makes things work. Just before she joined us, me putting this together, it started as an intention. Is an intention. In fact, this has been an intention since probably about a year plus now. And then I told myself, oh yes, I need to do this. I need to do this. And right subconsciously in my mind, I said, okay, I'll be having social conference, social time, which is the Race Summit. I'll be having I am at the high school educational seminar, that was April, for the high school students. And I planned this unintentionally. Yeah, more like intentionally, but it was just on my mind, which then become the reality now. So that moving that intention to to action is what really matter. She's back to us now. So yes, over to you, Bakma.
I don't know what happened. It kicked me out.
Yeah, we think it's internet.
Yeah. So as I was saying, is that when you get into spaces whereby you'll be thinking that the economy is hard, this and hard. I'm in an environment whereby they tell you that this space is for example, as I said, I'm a young person and a female, and you get in a space whereby they tell you that this space is for men, this space is for this, is for bigger people that know better, you're just a kid and stuff like that. But I had to be intentional. I had to tell myself I'm gonna do it regardless of what. And remind you, this was the thing. This was the thing that I started when I was around 20, close to 22, getting to 22, I mean. And already the threats were coming, not really threats, but you can just intimidation whereby you are young, you can do it, and you're a girl. So I tell myself that I know what I want to start. I had to be intentional, meaning I had to tell myself I'm gonna do it every day. Every day. And it didn't take long. Before when I clocked 22 and already I'm surrounded by people that are older than me, experienced than me, when I clocked 22, that was the first time that one of the biggest organizations, which is our partners, these ones, they recognized us and they give us like funding, and at the age of 22. So that's something that you start seeing that if I was not intentional, I was never gonna reach this stage. If I was not intentional, I was never gonna reach this certain things. So certain things do not need certain qualifications or certain what. It needs the positive attitude and being intentional. You just have to tell yourself that I'm gonna do it. As much as Dr. John Maxwell advises, I'm gonna do it. That's not motivation. You're not being motivated. You're not being motivated. You're being told reality to say if you want to be successful, you have to be intentional about the things that you want in life. You understand this of the surroundings, regardless of what you work.
I think she's bounced out again. She'll join us back now. Internet. But yeah, just hanging. For those who are not aware, there is a community called the IQ community. Of course, when you hear the IQ, you already know what that means. Again, it means the intellect quest community. You want to be part of that, that community. Through that community, you'll be getting, amazing recommendations to events, global events, not just within your locality. If you are from South Africa, where you get a prompt for an event in Nigeria, you will get a prompt from, just different places. And of course, just to, let you know what this means, if you know me or you've related with me, then you will know how much I value relationship and how much I value diversity and inclusion. So yes, I personally always look out for event I could join, beyond my local geography. And those events, you'll be seeing them on the group, in the community group. That's not just a group to belong to. That is a group, for you to engage and find, find resourceful. You might not get updates every time, but each time you see, the icon, I believe you've been seeing the IQ, icon. If you look beside me here, you would see, the icon. Yes, whenever you see the icon, you need to just click, for the updates that is in the group. The admin team will be dropping the link in the group. So yes, send it to your friends, send it to everyone. I won't be the only one dropping things within the group. You also should put in recommendations in the group. Our facilitator is sending me a message, and she said apologies, internet is kicking her out. Of course, we all understand what that is, how that is. But I mean, we are still on the topic of from good intention to action. That is the result for the good work that you have in your mind. You can so much have a lot, but if you are not putting them into action, nobody will be blessed by them. If you are a whatever sphere of influence, if you are a doctor, if you do not treat people, nobody will believe that you are what you say you are. And so you have to put what you say you are out. I, for myself, I have the intention, of knowledge. I call myself a knowledge ambassador. And part of why what I need to do to make that intention, action, is that I put things like this together. The same thing for you. If you are a speaker, if you are a fashion designer, what gives you the pride in whatever you say you are is the fact that you are able to transition from learning to then doing. And of course, there are many ways you could learn how to get how to start doing things. And yes, I must tell us this. One of our video, I recorded, a video presentation. I was invited to speak somewhere in a church virtually, and then I did, a video recording. The title is how to earn with your smartphone. Admin, if you are able, you can, put the thumbnail up. If you check my my YouTube page, you are going to see it. That I've been getting comments, on that video. That video has been my highest reel on both Instagram and LinkedIn. People have been commenting. So you want to send that, to someone. It could be your younger brother, your younger sister, or whoever. Just pick up that link and send it to them. It will bless them. How to earn with your smartphone. how to turn your smartphone to earning potential. Again, we are still waiting for our guests. But I mean, would someone, if I may ask, can anyone, okay, thank you, admin. The link is already in the group now, and I think you can maybe display the picture if you can, so people could see it. You can spotlight it and share it while we speak. But if there's anyone who wants to share something about what we are discussing on, that would be super great. So yes, you can unmute yourself and please just share. Yeah, share while we wait for our guests. Anyone?
Hello, sir. Hello, can you hear me?
Oh yes, please go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. As we are discussing this matter since the day before yesterday, one thing that keep on ruminating in my heart is that this has to do with your heart. Heart must be dealt with because intention is in your heart, is in your brain. So whatever your heart ruminates about is likely to be what you are intentionally want to keep doing. So I don't know if we can do more with how the way you think, the kind of thoughts that you permit. Because, of course, some of the things we read, we see, actually form the habits that come to our hearts and then that we do. So if our environment, if what we see, we can control it, if what we think about, if what is going on around us can be controlled, then it will also help in our being intentional in whatsoever that we want to do. So we have to be deliberate in where we go, what we read, what we see. They all very, very matter, because once there is a problem with what we read, what we see, then it's going to affect the quality of our intention and our art, and what will eventually be the success might not be exactly what we are expecting. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. I mean, you have to be intentional about what you read, what you watch, and all of that. There are gateways to how we get things done, or what informs all the things that we do. Probably our next speaker is going to be speaking. We just kind of like touch about that, but you want to pay attention to your eyes, your hands, what you do with your hand, what you listen with your ear, what you say with your with your mind, with your mouth, what you think about in your mind, and all of that. Our speaker just sent a message to me now and say, oh, internet is really down. So yes, we'll be taking our next facilitator in the next 5 minutes. But I mean, you can we need to do a recap for this. Again, there's going to be post-production for this whole retreat. So yes, please, I would like is she back? Oh yes, okay, she's back. Okay, you can go ahead, ma. Are you able to?
Hello.
Okay.
Apologies. I don't know if I should continue or just leave it to the next facilitator, or just
yes, please continue. You still have about 5 minutes more, ma.
Oh, okay, great. So I'm just going to touch on a little bit and then I'll just hand it over to the next facilitator because of our time. So apologies, everyone. My Wi-Fi is really down. So what will it take for you to be successful? Maybe that's a question you have asked yourself before, and most people do. Most people do ask themselves this question. And if you were asked that question right now, how would you answer? You're welcome to write in the chat box, right? What will it take for you to be successful? Maybe that's a question you've asked yourself before. Most people do. If you were asked that question right now, if I ask you right now that question, how will you answer? That what will it take for you to be successful? You're welcome to write in the chat box. And is it opportunities? Is it education? Is it money? Is it relationship with influential people? Recognition or talent? What will it take for you to be successful? Should I repeat that? What will it take for you to be successful? Opportunities, education, money, relationship with influential people, recognition, or talent? If you asked Dr. John Maxwell right now for his answer, he might be surprised, but he will say intentional living is the key to everything you want to accomplish in life. It's more important than where you were born, right? How much talent you have or what kinds of connections you have. Intentional living empowers people to make the uphill climb to success and to significance, right? So most people want to be successful. Most people also want to make a difference. They want their lives to count. And they have good intentions about these things. But good intentions alone are not enough to achieve success or experience significance. Those things, they require intentional living. For you to be successful, it requires intentional living. Only good intentions alone, they are not enough. It requires you to have intentional living. So Dr. John Maxwell here, he explains that intentional living is characterized by three things. Three things. Number one is being deliberate. Being intentional never occurs by incident. It requires people to think about their lives, where they want to go and what they plan, what they intend to do. So point number one is being deliberate. Point number two is being consistent. That's how you live an intentional life. You being deliberate, you being consistent. And point number three is being willful. So being intentional is a choice, right? We must make and continue making as we face obstacles, challenges. Making a difference takes ongoing effort, right? And these three words are essential for you to travel the uphill journey of being willful, being consistent, and being deliberate. Those are the things that can contribute to you. I have a few things here that I can share. I don't know if Adura can share them. Just this or just this clip where we are sharing good intentions and intentional living. Intentional living. I don't know if you're able to share it, but if you can't, it is well. On good intentions, there is desire.
You can go ahead, ma. Admin is probably working on it.
Okay, cool. Because of time, I'm trying to wrap it up fast. So on good intentions, we have desire. When you're remember, Dr. John Maxwell said, having good intentions alone, it is not enough for you to be successful. You need to be intentional. So here on good intentions, you will be desiring. It's saying you desire, but on being intentional, you put action. Two different things. When you're having good intentions, you desire. But a successful person lives by being intentional. They put action. And point number two On good intentions, you wish. And then on intentional living, it's a purpose. Do you see the difference? And on good intentions, it's fantasy. It is good to have good intentions, but they are not enough if you want to be successful. You have to put intentional living. So here the saying, on good intentions, there's fantasy. And on intentional living, there's strategy. A person who wants to be successful is a person that is very strategic. So, and then on good intentions, there's hopefully. And then in intentional living, there's intentionally. There's definitely. Forgive me. There's definitely. So we tend to say, oh, hopefully it will happen like that. But on intentional living, we say hope. We don't say hopefully. We say definitely. That's being positive one, and that's putting action in everything that you'll be doing, right? And on good intentions, we have passive, and on intentional living, we have active. And on good intentions, we have occasional. And on intentional living, we have continual. When you want to be successful, there are things that you don't do occasionally to be like, being responsible, just putting action in certain things of my life. I'll do it occasionally there and there. But if you want to be successful, you don't do things occasionally. You do it continually. As he made an example in the video. I don't know if you heard it. He said, when you wake up in the morning, you say, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. Every day, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. The third day, the first thing when you wake up, what will happen in your mind? You'll be thinking the word, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. Definitely start doing it. So that's one of the tricks that you can even use to be like, you tell yourself every morning, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. On the third day, you won't even need to say it. It will come because you've already registered it in your subconscious mind. To be like, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. Already you want to do it. Do what? You know better. Or the things that are on your priority list. Right? And on good intentions, we have emotion. And on intentional living, we have discipline. Successful people are disciplined people. And on good intentions, you say somebody should, but on intentional living, we say I will. We tend to be people that when we are leaders, we like to send to be like, you will do it, they will do it, or somebody else will do it. But when you are an intentional person, no one will do it for you. You wake up and you do it. I will do it. So as you heard and listen to the list of the things that I've mentioned, can you see why good intentions alone are never enough to change your lifestyle? Okay, so if all you ever do is to cultivate good intentions, but you never act with intentionality, you are actually likely to become more frustrated or less fulfilled. Your desire for positive change may increase, right? But the lack of results will leave you frustrated because there are no results. So whenever, whether we realize it or not, we live in the land of either good intentions or intentional living. So if you desire to be successful and to make the world a better place, you need to choose intentional living, not good intentions. So becoming an intentional person has the power to change your life. Just start practicing these few things that you have mentioned, and you start seeing the change. We are not motivating you. We are, as I said, I am a real life testimony of that. So, so becoming an intentional person is the power to change your life. Here's how. Intentional living teaches you the value of thinking ahead. And number 2 is intentional living inspires you to make every day count. And intentional living allows you to make changes one step at a time. So Dr. John C. Maxwell teaches us that the secret of success is determined by your daily agenda. So why does he teach this? Because what you plan actually do, and what you plan and actually do day after day becomes your lifestyle. And your lifestyle, more than anything else, affects the outcome of your life. If you want to be successful and make a difference, you must develop a lifestyle of intentional living. Do that and you experience the changes you desire. So, from everything that we've discussed, and I know that there were just some hiccups when we were having the session of the in and outs of the session, but I believe that there are some few things that you've grasped from what we have discussed about from good intentions to intentional living. And I believe that there's some things that you understood and stood up for you. And let's talk about that before we let our facilitator in, our next facilitator. Let's just write few words that few points that you understood from moving from good intentions to intentional living. From the things that you have been taught in this roundtable, I believe that you're going to go and start being intentional about everything, about your daily life and everything that you're going to do. And let it bring results to you. You know, I heard Adura mentioning that you guys have a group, which is good, whereby you can also send in challenges you're facing or anything, just to keep on strengthening each other, as the Bible says that iron strengthens iron, right? So when you'll be like, okay, Adura, the teachings of the Dr. John Maxwell, what does it say about this? I'm having challenges at work about this. I'm having challenges in my workplace about this. I believe it can also work well for you if you make use of that group, because we also do that in our groups, whereby they'll tell us, in certain schools they need this kind of topic, like attitude. Please bring us this topic of attitude, because of those are the things that we'll be sharing in the group. So I believe if you guys make use of that group, you will know more and grow more in your leadership journey. So what is it that we have got from things that we discussed? I know the hiccups were there of the in and out, but I believe that there are some few points that stood out for you. You are welcome to talk about them, and we discuss.
Yes, so we have one in the chat box here by Victor C. Sam eBay. He or she said, one key takeaway from today's meeting is the power of intentional living and the importance of acting on our goals rather than just thinking or wishing for change. The do it now mantra repeated 50 times in the morning and evening really stood out to me as a practical way to build the habit of taking action. I appreciate the reminder that success comes from consistency, deliberate effort, and that we each have the responsibility to shape our own lives. The discussion has inspired me to be more proactive and intentional in pursuing my goals and to turn motivation into real meaningful action. Yeah. Go ahead,
Nice. I see Beulah has said as well, being intentional is a choice we must continue making. Nice. Okay, thank you so much. So as I said, in closing, I'll just say that you are not too young, too old to be what you might have been, or to be what you want to be. You are not too young to chase those goals, and the problem is you're looking for perfection in any area of your field of work, whether security, whether cleaner, whether teacher, whether what. You are well able to be an exceptional leader in that field, in that area where you are working at. And regardless of age, regardless of what, believe me, you just have to be intentional about your dreams and you will achieve them. This is not motivation. This is me telling you reality. There's nothing amazing that when you have chased your dreams and you have people that are seeing you, that actually it is possible for certain things to happen like this. Why? Because you're intentional about your own dreams. So let me just leave you with those words to say, go and chase your dreams and be don't be stagnant in just with good intentions. Good intentions are good, but be intentional about the things that you want to do in life and stick to it. And who knows, tomorrow will be the next successful story, right? So without wasting any more time, I'll leave this time to the next facilitator. Thank you so much for having me. See you November. Hopefully I will be seeing some of you at the conference. Yes, blessings. Thank you, Adura.
Wow. Someone, you just want to give an amazing round of applause. Yes, a very, well-rounded round of applause. And she said something. As you can see, you can see the clap, the love, and all of that. People are giving you. She said something. She said she's coming to Nigeria by November. Some of you will be wondering, oh, how is that? You really want to know about it. Yes, you will get further details in the community. So yes, you need to, be in the community. Yes, you really need to be. But yes, also, she will be coming, and of course, I'm very sure we are still in the conversation. John C. Maxwell will be coming to Nigeria live and direct. Yes, you are hearing that from me right about now. Yeah, it's the conversation is already going on. Yes, so the Equip Nigeria is organizing a conference that is titled the Three T's, and it's bringing all of the African region, together to Nigeria. We'll be hosting it at the Pistis Life Conference Center. That is the location where the church I attend is. Of course, you should know, you would see me there. So yes, wherever you are in the world, you really want to be, in that conference. You really want to be in Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria, Southwest Nigeria, of course, West Africa, and planet Earth. Yes, just to be specific, because we have a global audience, joining us. So yes, you really want to meet her. I also will be meeting her for the first time. Yes, and many other. I don't know if our next facilitator will be attending Gershon, but it will be nice, seeing everyone. Right about now, we are oh yeah. Oh, sorry, network bounced me out. Sorry. Yes, I want us to put all of the what is it called, the values we've learned in the group. Yes, in the chat, start putting it up. But yeah, let me tell you, on the first day we learned about what? We learned about attitude. On the second day we learned about personal growth. On the fourth day, on the third session, we learned about priorities. On the fourth session, we learned about relationship. And today we've learned about from good intention to good action. The next session is about to be from success to significance. I mean, you don't want to miss that. So get your pen again, get into the chat room, and ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome, just before it comes up, at the end of today, I will be revealing the title of the next Race Summit. Race Summit coming up December 28th and January 1st, 2026. I'll be revealing it. So yeah, get ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Gershon Odai. I hope I didn't murder your name, but yes, he's joining out from Ghana. So yes, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to welcome all our guests. I can see Amos. I can see Adewale. I can see Eric. I can see Enoch. So I want to tell you that stay glued. Take your pens, write, because this particular session is going to move you to the next level. I joined Equip through watching Dr. John C. Maxwell's video. And because I'm a pastor and he's also a pastor, he started as a pastor, so I like listening to him. And I realized that joining Equip has really helped me. So just a bit of background. My name is Gershon Odai, a Reverend Minister, a son of Bishop Dag Eward Mills, who is doing amazing things across the globe, preaching from one country to the other. And I'm an entrepreneur as well. I've started some few businesses. Currently, I'm working on what I call the most comprehensive real estate platform in Ghana, and with the aim of moving to other countries. And as a pastor, I don't think it will be out of place to share a prayer. So shall we pray? Father, we thank you. We bless your holy name. We commit this meeting into your hands. We pray for your guidance. We pray for your leading, mighty Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name we pray with thanksgiving. Amen. Oh, can I hear amen?
Amen. Amen.
That's louder. Amen. Yes. So we'll go straight to listen to Dr. John C. Maxwell, and then we'll come and then we'll have discussion. So whilst you are listening, please write some few things down so that at least you can also share with us. Thank you.
Today I want to talk to you about everyday essentials for living a life of significance. One of my favorite things is to sit around with good friends at a good meal and ask questions. And one of my favorite questions when we're doing that is to ask them, what's the best advice that you ever received? It's such an enlightening time. Good food, good friends, and they begin sharing the best advice they ever received. And you learn so much wisdom in a conversation like that. Well, the best advice that I ever received was from my father when I graduated from college, getting ready to start my life of ministry. I sat down with Dad and said, okay, Dad, I've got my education kind of under my belt now. I'm getting ready to go to my first congregation. What advice do you have for me that will allow me to be real successful as a pastor? Dad shared with me, John, intentionally every day. Value people, believe in people, and unconditionally love them. Wow. Value them, believe in them, unconditionally love them. He said, John, value them because the people that come into your congregation, many of them have never felt valued. Believe in them because very few people have put belief in them. And unconditionally love them because, John, most people have never felt unconditional love in their life. He said, if you'll do those three things, you'll always have a crowd. Every message I've ever preached, I have that grid of valuing, believing, and unconditionally loving people. Every meeting that I'm in, I have that grid of valuing, believing, unconditionally loving people. It has become my North Star. It helps me to focus and form everything that I'm wanting to do with people. A long time ago, I learned that there was a major difference between success and significance. In success, the focus is on me, and I'm basically asking myself, how can I add value to me? Nothing wrong with that. We all start off life that way, and that's how we start building our career. How can I build my career? How can I add value to me? But there needs to come a time in your life, as there's come a time in mine, when I don't want to be a ladder climber as much as I want to be a ladder builder. And I begin asking the question, the significance question. You see, the significance issue, the focus is always on others, and I ask, how can I add value to people? There's a world of difference between how do I add value to me, success, and how do I add value to others, significance. And I want you to take that journey from success to significance. And in today's roundtable, we're going to give you my rule of 5, things that I do every day to add value to others. They're so simple, but they are so significant. Up until now, you've been learning, you've been asking questions, you've been sharing, you've been thinking, you've been applying stuff to your own personal life. But today I'm going to talk to you about leading your own roundtable group. In other words, become a multiplier and begin to add value to others. And the greatest way to add values to others and live that life of significance is to lead your own roundtable group. So nothing I've said to you in times past has been important to what I'm saying to you right now. I wrote a book several years ago called The 17 Laws of Teamwork, and one of the laws is the law of significance, and the law of significance simply says one is too small a number to achieve greatness. If you're going to achieve greatness, you got to do it in a group. That's why we do roundtables. You leading a group of others, together achieving greatness. You can do with others in that roundtable group what you cannot do by yourself. And intentional living is literally a bridge to significance. You see, selfishness is on one side and significance is on the other, and they're both incompatible. And intentional living is that bridge that gets you from selfishness to significance. When my little grandchildren, my 2 oldest, their cousins, Hannah and Maddie, when they were 3 and 4, they used to have what they call their Papa list, and they would be visiting me, and they'd come down every morning and say, Papa, let's do this today, let's do this today, let's do this. Can I tell you something? Their Papa list was all about them. And it's okay, they're 3 years old. They are naturally babies, they're selfish, but there's something wrong when we begin to be 30 and we still have a Papa list all about us. You see, the difference between success and significance is very simple. Success is about me. Significance is about others. And leading a round table, facilitating round table, takes you into that significant world, because significance is intentionally thinking about others and then adding value to them. And you can lead your own roundtable, and you can start experiencing that significance right now. You don't have to reach a certain age. You don't have to have a certain level of success. You can do it now. And significance begins when you have a heart to help others, and you can do that. Now, in today's roundtable, we're going to tell you how you can start leading a group. But before you get into that, just look at me for a moment. I've invested in you, and I want you today to write down the names of people that you're going to lead in a round table. And when you finish that list and you finish that round table discussion, you call them. And you start, not next year, you start now living that life of significance. Trust me. After about 3 or 4 roundtable teachings, lessons, and leadership that you facilitate, inside you'll begin to smile and you'll say, John Maxwell was right. Significance is all about others. And facilitating and leading a roundtable is the quickest way I know for you to begin your significant journey. God bless you.
Well. Welcome back. So I would like us to start by listening to the audience to either a question or to share what you've just learned as we make the presentation more interactive. So you can lift up your hand and then we will invite you to share, or you can even send a text, and I think it will be okay to also read the text or the chat at the chat room. Anyone? Okay, so Dr. Maxwell said the law of significance is that one is too small a number to achieve greatness. One is too small a number to achieve greatness. You see, in life, one person cannot achieve a lot of things, and we can achieve a lot as a group when we begin to add value to others. And I would like to share a story about one of my younger brothers. When he was a little younger, he was not really happy about school, and he was also not doing well in school. Till one day, he met a teacher who decided to add value to his life. The teacher will check on him, make sure he's happy in class, make sure he's comfortable. And as we speak, this my kid brother has a degree in electrical engineering and working in a very huge institution in Ghana. So when we go out of ourselves to add value to people, you have no idea what it will do for them in future. So tonight we are looking at success versus significance, and the bridge that will take us from where we are as successful people is intentional living. We have to be intentional about it. We don't have to postpone it, because there is someone out there who needs someone to add value to his life or her life. So I will encourage all of us to move away from the selfish state, as Dr. Maxwell said, and begin to add value to people. So what does it mean to be a significant person or add value to others? One, you have to get beyond yourself. When it comes to success and significance, the one with the significant mindset think about others. It doesn't think about himself and alone. So even as you've heard different speakers from Thursday, Friday, and even tonight, you should be thinking of the next person you are going to speak with, the next person you are going to add value to. Then the second thing, when it comes to what it means to be significant, is growing beyond yourself. You can't give what you don't have. And personal growth is one key thing that we all have to be intentional about, because when you grow, then you can add value to others, and we need to be intentional about it. Just recently, I was listening to an audio message I picked online, and then the speaker said, We read to know. We read to know. And then we observe to understand. We observe to understand. And then we practice to transform. So what we are talking about, the moment you begin to add value to other people's lives, you realize that you also even grow beyond what you think you can do, because growth will enable you to have a lot to share with others. Like the Bible says that out of our belly shall flow rivers of what? Living waters. And if out of our belly shall flow rivers of living waters, then we should not be people who will hold back, but we should continue to share. And as we share, my brother and my sister, you realize that your life will even be affected as you add value to others. You cannot give what you don't have, like I said. So I just want to zoom in two different areas, success and then significance, just to have a certain comparison so that we can really think a lot about what we are talking about. Success is all about thinking about yourself, making a difference in your life. But when it comes to significance, it's what? Thinking about others, how you can impact the life of others. Like I said earlier about my kid brother, he was struggling with school. He was not going to school regular till someone decided that, look, I need to add value to this young boy's life. And he's happily married with kids, and then he has a good job. Then the second thing about success is that you overcome setbacks and then challenges. But when it comes to someone with a significant mindset, you use your experience to help others to overcome challenges and difficulties in their lives. So what you've learned over the years, you can use it to help others. Then the next thing is that when it comes to success, people like to invest in themselves. And Dr. Maxwell said he has invested in us, and it's time for us to also do same for others. So you don't have to invest in yourself alone, but you need to invest in others. Equip Ghana, what we are doing is that we are now concentrating in setting up leadership clubs in the schools. And I have 2 areas that I'm working in currently. And it's amazing when you interact with these young people. And as an older person, I use my experience in life to help them to take right decisions. And life is not measured by years lived. And life is not measured by years lived, but by its usefulness. If you are growing, loving, serving, and helping others, you will realize that you are going to have a lot of impact. You are going to add value to people's lives. You are going to see people's life transformed because you will end up spending time with them and also helping them to take right decisions in life. So that's a quote by John C. Maxwell. If you are growing, loving, serving, helping, encouraging, and adding value to others, then you are living a life that counts. And I believe we all have to take that bold decision to lead a life that counts. Think about that street boy. Think about that young guy who maybe not his fault, no resources at home, he can't even feather is education, but you can come in one way or the other and help such a person. And then also I want to touch on leadership. Leadership is influence, and research has shown that the introvert will influence around 10,000 people. So if the introvert can influence about 10,000 people, then we all have to be intentional about it, so that at least when we influence people because of the knowledge that we have, that a life that is worth living is a life that adds value to other people. Everyone is influencing someone, be it intentionally or unintentional. So I think we should now be intentional about it. I have young people in my church that have had the privilege to mentor and then to lead, to add value to their lives. Some of them, when they joined the church, they were in junior high. Now they finished university. Some of them have traveled outside the country and they are doing well. So let's be intentional about it. Let's impact lives. Let's add value to people's lives. Ultimately, there are two kinds of people: those who add value and those who receive value. I want to add value to people's life. I want to see people do well. I was just thinking to myself, and I was just saying to myself that, look, if I can't go beyond my comfort zone, increase my round tables. When you say round tables in Equip, what it means is that you begin to also train other people. You begin to share what we've learned in a round table. So what we are having is another form of round table. So I was saying to myself, if I can increase my round table, then I'm going to have more impact in the life of people that the Lord bring my way. So we gain influence when we add value to other people's lives. And I'm going to share a very wonderful scripture that has had a lot of effect on the way I see things and then I do things. And this Paul writing to his spiritual son by name Timothy. And this is what he said. He said, pass on what you heard from me. The whole congregation saying amen. And he said, to reliable leaders who are competent to teach others. The King James says that the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou unto faithful men who shall teach others also. So it's time for us to go beyond our comfort zone, begin to add value to people's lives, begin to be the one who will always think about others and not only about yourself. And I believe as we do that, we will help mankind, we will help humanity, and the world will become a better place for you and I. Leading with significance, what does it mean? The first thing is that you have to be someone who takes personal growth or development seriously. When I joined my church, one of the things that we always talk about is that, what book are you reading? What book are you reading? What message are you listening to? So these things has become part and parcel of me. What book are you reading? What message are you listening to? Technology has made it a lot easier for us to get materials that will help us to grow. I always tell people, just imagine you are growing just 0.5%, less than 1% every day. or every week, just 0.5%. What it means, by the end of the year, you are going to grow by 25%. And as you continue doing that, you realize that you as a human being, you will be growing, you will be advancing in life, and then you will be able to impact others also. We always have to put others first. It's always about others. Significant life is always about others. Let's give what we've learned to others. Let's share. Let's encourage more people. Because when I joined Equip and I heard of personal growth, I said, wow, I have never thought about it that way before, that I can personally grow all the time. And Dr. Maxwell said he met someone and the person asked him, do you have plan for personal growth? And he said he has not heard anyone talking about even personal growth. And then what he said was that the value of that particular statement or that question is worth over $1 million. Why? He said personal growth was what set him going. It's what made him start what he is doing. And he said personal growth is the key to his success, if there is one. That's the way he puts it. He said if there is any success at all, he will attribute it to personal growth. And we can all grow, and we can only grow intentionally. Good intentions doesn't take anyone anywhere, but good actions are what will take us to the next level. And it's going to be great at the next level. It's going to be amazing at the next level. We all have to put in the effort. And I like to use what I have developed myself to explain to all of us how we can move to the next level, become significant people, add value to people. I call it the 2 C's and the 2 D's. The first C is consistency. We have to be consistent in what we are doing. Then the second C, as we are consistent, then it will compound, just like compound interest. And then the 2D is daily discipline. So if you want to grow, you want to add value to people, then what you have to know is that you have to, one, have daily discipline. And you have to be consistent about it. And when you are consistent about it, it will compound. So before I end, I just want to share with you 3 things that can help you to become significant, that can help you to go beyond what your natural self can lead you to. 1, to lead a life of significance takes time. It takes time, because when you begin to do the round table and you also decide that, look, I'm going to pick maybe 1 or 2 people to really groom them, help them, it's not going to happen within a short period. It will take time. And then the second thing that you should know if you want to lead a life of significance is that the process that you have decided to, or the journey that you've decided to undertake, needs a lot of commitment. You need to be committed. You need to read the books. You need to study the materials. You need to do it intentionally, daily. And then the last one, it takes us out of our comfort zone. If you want to lead a significant life, it will take you out of your comfort zone, because you want to grow, you want to share with others. So what it means is that you have to now begin to do things that either you were not doing. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to answer questions if there is one. And like I said earlier, this is a round table. So I expect questions, what you've learned so far. Just send a text, or you can also call and then share with all of us.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, people are already raising up their hand, and that is great. All right, Amos Oladimeji, would like to have you now. You can go speak. If you are next, just unmute. I mean, just raise up your hand, and the hand raising icon is at the bottom of your screen. So yes.
Okay,
all right, over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for that wonderful session.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. One thing that I've taken home today is that what that thing that you have learned, you have to tell others. Even Bible says that, what have you received? What do you have that you have not received? What do you have that you have not received? So in one way or the other, through our experience, life experience, we have gathered so many knowledge. And then in things we read, in that the things we are exposed to, then we should share to people. And what we are doing in intentional is we are building the like minds. We are building the like minds of the generation that you want to see. Because if you have the kind of mind around you, the kind of mind that you have them around you, life will be much more easier.
Yeah.
So if you have people that you extend your knowledge to, they will also be growing in the direction at which you are also growing. The only thing that also understand is that you must keep up growing in your own personal growth too.
Yeah.
Someone once said that you are a leader because you have what people that are following you do not have. The day you stop learning and then they know more than you are no longer a leader. So what makes you relevant is your ability to be ahead of others. So once you're ahead of others and you are also teaching them, they will also look up to you every time, and then you are build a union. You are building a compatriots. You are building an army that will move forward. Thank you very much. Wonderful session. I appreciate.
Welcome, Amos. But Amos, you see, with the significant thing, even if we will involve our children into things like that, adding value to them all the time. My 14-year-old son, who will be going to senior high, I have bought one of John C. Maxwell's book, and I said he should read. The title of the book is that How Successful People Think. There is a way to think. There is a way to do things. That's what the Bible says, talking about Jesus. Let this mind be in you as it was in Christ Jesus. All right. So let's touch hearts. Let's engage others. And if you are not part of Equip, you have to be part of Equip so you can even have the opportunity to learn more and also impact more lives. Thank you very much, Brother Amos. Mr. Adu, we can't hear me.
Oh, sorry, we can't hear you. Your mic
is
okay. Muted.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I muted myself. I was saying that your heart, like you also mentioned, your heart, you must be able, whatever the deposit that you put in your heart will determine what you push out to people. So our heart must be constantly shaved, must constantly pruned, must be constantly dealt with, and then be loaded with positive things all the time, so that we'll be able to push something out, something positive out to people around us. Thank you. I will also take notes of that. I also have two boys that I'm also nurturing. Thank you.
All right. Welcome. Yes. Let's make it more interactive.
Oh, okay.
Because we are learning
Any
from
other
each other.
person, you could put it on your chat box. But yes, we really want to hear from you. I will be calling some names. If you can just unmute, that is nice. I see Dr. Jumi. I see Bella Davison, Erica Osena. I see quite a number of people. Okay, is someone raising up? I see Jetta, I see Maxwell, I see Meg, I see Miss Livia, I see Prosper, and some others, and of course there are many others joining us on YouTube. Yeah, so please, it would be nice, if you could just say something and put a word to, these. Yeah, you can drop something in the chat box. Yes, we'll be wrapping up shortly. So yes, okay, bro. Amos, do you have something to say? Okay, go ahead, sir. And sir, I sent you a chat, so please check. All right, go ahead, sir. Or was it the previous hand raised? Okay, I think so. Okay, I think you can probably give us like a wrap-up word or word of encouragement. We know you are also a minister, so it will be nice to draw from the grace 2 years, I believe. Yes. So over to you, sir.
Okay, so life is always about helping others. That's what Jesus taught us. And one of the problems in Africa is that people don't have successes because they are not intentional about raising others. You will see organizations that used to be around, and as the founder passes away, then the whole company fizzles out because they couldn't raise even their own children to be intentional about it, to add value to their lives so that they will even take over those institutions. And also when it comes to even our church setting, I will encourage all of us, just speak to people, be very intentional in adding values to their lives. You have no idea how their lives will end up becoming because you have decided to add value to them. You have decided to be that river that flows to nourish them, because at the end of the day, it's only eternity that can reward all of us. So I will encourage all of us, let's be intentional. We don't have to stop learning. As for that one, we don't have to stop learning. I always tell people around me that God created man to be a learning machine. Because when you see a toddler, the moment the child is taught something or helped to do something, the next thing is that the child wants to do it by himself. So we should not stop learning. We should continue learning. And I always say that one of the greatest gifts God has given to mankind is the brain. So if you don't develop yours, those who have developed theirs, you will be at their beck and call. It takes the mind to do a lot of things. So thank you very much, Mr. Adu, for this wonderful program. It's been very impactful. I've learned a lot, even as a facilitator. And I say thank you and God bless you. More grace, more wisdom, more programs like this. And I believe the world will hear of you very soon. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow. Somebody, in the chat, just begin to give a round of applause, a round of applause. I mean, it's been, so much of a good time, good time, good time. Yeah. And of course, as you know, it was a 3 days, learning session. So for everyone who have, been part of a learning also, I believe your mind has really been transformed. Yes, I want to really, believe so, that your mind has been transformed. And of course, to all the facilitators, I mean, what can we tell them? Please just, quickly drop something in the chat box, just to express your love. Just quickly, put something in the box, tell them we love you, 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 we love you. I can't see that in the chat yet, but yes, I mean, we've got to do that. Thank you so much, sir, especially for joining us. We are so glad to have you and other speaker. Again, in case you don't know, this is a global event. We had, Dr. Alfred from Nigeria. We have someone from Dubai. We have someone from Eswatini, the previous Switzerland also. Yes, we have someone from South Africa, that just finished the last session, and of course now we have him from Ghana. So you can see this is a global event you want to keep being part of. Of course, you should look out for next year. Yes, we do have some announcement, and in the next 5 minutes, we should be wrapping up. Just wanted to share my screen right now, so we could have those announcements. So yeah, please, just some minutes. Just sorry, I should have sent this to the technical team, but I mean, I was just doing quite a lot. But yeah, pardon me. I'll be sharing it from my side here. All right, here we go. Okay, so now I'm sharing. Now, everyone, you want to look into the screen. Yes, please. You want to look, right into your mobile phone screen as, I share this. Of course, as you know, this is the Intellect Quest company. And of course, I'm revealing the logo to us right about now. So, I mean, you already see the logo. So wherever you see this logo, it's a trademark, of something great. And wherever you see it, tell people you are part of this brand. You are part of this brand. You are the early, buyers of this brand. This is the Intellect Quest company, with the square, and this is the IQ community, which is the Intellect Quest community. So yes, you want to be in that community. Quite a lot of things will be coming in the group, and even you can volunteer to be an admin, to be to just, even not volunteering, just putting in stuff, whatever event you put it up, whatever resources you put it up for people. Yeah, iron sharpens iron. So yes, you want to get that going. Also, of course, last I was talking about previous events that I have organized, amongst many other. I took it more seriously from last year, and pictures speak better than words. If you see your screen, you would see the event. The first one was Ray Summit, Saturday 28 December 2024, and Wednesday 1st of January. Look at this amazing lineup of speaker. I mean, these people, they are top people, you know, within the Nigeria space. Some of them stays abroad now. And yes, I mean, it was such a good time. You can check, you know, my YouTube page to have a replay of these sections. They are powerful thought leaders, yes. And of course, this was the high school, you know, educational seminar for schools. We had, you know, some school children from SS1 to SS3, you know, they came into the room. I partnered with an organization called American Corner. And, you know, when those students, when they get to their schools, their principal, and, you know, everybody was saying, we went to America today. And that was just because of the experience, you know, they had. Look at this lineup of speakers. Some of these people are people you see on the global, you know, TV pages, you know, around the world. Yes, I mean, this is phenomenal. And of course, something will be coming up, and this is the proposed brand, you know, identity for it. It's called Glowfluence. And what this simply means is the global influence conversation. So you can see this Glowfluence, the conversation. So the trademark is going to be Glowfluence, and when you hear about it, it's going to be Glowfluence. So yeah, once you hear that, just know it will be the global influence conversation, and you know, different conversations will be happening. Of course, you see a tagline there. The tagline is the next civilization is galactic. I mean, you want to explore that. The next civilization is what? Is galactic. I'm going to be doing, you know, quite a lot, bringing phenomenal mind. You know, there are people who are ready to speak on these great minds, who are ready to speak on this conversation podcast, more like, and yes. So yes, there's another, you can see it in various color also. Yes. Also, I talked about, you know, something I'm going to be unveiling, and that is the Ray Summit 2025. I already put it up, but I mean, Ray Summit 2025/2026. I already put it up, but yeah, I won't tell you to guess the title, but here is it. Watch out, you know, for your screen. This is it right here. The race, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Ray Summit 2025/2026, titled Behind 2026, Preparations That Made Us. I mean, in the top of my mind, there are you know, powerful people that are coming, you know, to this. One of, you know, the people I have in mind, which I'm yet to, you know, I will start engaging them, you know, from next month, is, you know, someone, you know, who is sang, you know, his song blew up the internet, you know, in some last couple of months. I mean, you can already know who that is if you really know. I mean, and you know, quite a number of people. So yes, look forward to it. Monday 29th December 2025, and Thursday 1st of January 2026, while others, you know, will be with their family. For some of us, I mean, we just like to be indoor and just you know, plan ourselves. Come to the Ray Summit. It's going to be, you know, a 2-hour daily of great impact. And of course, watch this and read this. It says, today determines what happens in the future for some regular people. So yes, let me read it again. Today determines what happens in the future for some regular people. For some of us, our future determines what we do with our today. So that is what, you know, the Ray Summit is going to be talking about. You know, what, you know, what our today is. We have done it, you know, we've arranged it, and that is why we are saying behind 2025. So brace, behind 2026. So brace up for it. And of course, this is my first book. I became an author. That was some months ago. I think it was April. Yes, no excuse. Your life, your responsibility. I mean, you already know what this is. It's fully registered, of course, hybrid, ISBN certified, and of course it's published by the Intellect Quest company. So yes, just in case you want to publish your book also, please do reach out to the Intellect Quest company, and yes, we can partner with you on that. And of course, these are my other book coming up. Get into any industry, I'm still working on that. It isn't interesting. It will be so interesting reading. It isn't interesting, trust me. Yes. And of course, Beyond Conspiracy, this Beyond Conspiracy is going to change your mind about the perspective of the world and God, religion, and all of that. Yes, quite a lot of work going into all of this. And of course, there is also a book that is not here yet because the design is not out, which will be coming up by October. It's tied to, and you all should hold me accountable, to it. I will have to fast track, my writing process and all of that and publishing. It's called A Quarter Century. It's more like, lessons I've learned, over the years, 2 decades plus. When you hear a quarter century, you already know, you should, already think about what is happening, by October. Yes, so I mean, look forward to it. Yes, that is all. And yes, of course, you should join the community. Yes, do well to join the community. That in that way you will get updates, you will get my materials and all of that. And of course, admin, if you could put the download link for the book, No Excuse, No Excuse, My Life, Your Life, Your Responsibility, that would be nice. And also the link for the IQ community, please join in. And of course, there was a recording I did I was invited to speak, and I did the recording, and I mean, I thought of sharing it to the global world. It's called Your Earning, How to Turn Your Phone to how to unleash your phone's earning potential. You really want to check that out, send it to those your siblings or whatsoever that you are feeling that they are wasting their time. Also send that to them. Admin, you can please put it up if you can, and all of the link. And of course, you can reach out to me in case you need these links and you were not able to get it. Just DM me. You should have my contact. If you want to get me, it's very simple. Just go on Google and type Aduramigba Olayinka, and you're going to find me. You're going to find me all my platform and even my contacts, my website and social media platforms. So yes, I'm global, and my availability transcends the physical space. So yeah, you can find me. I think that is all. Of course, you can tell that we've had a great time, at this summit, the Race Summit. I would appreciate if you could do, like a 1 minute or 30 seconds recording of how this experience is for you. I mean, I would really, really appreciate that, because that will position you to be, marked as one of the participants of the first and the maiden edition of the IQ Leadership Retreat. You don't want to miss that opportunity to, be in the history of, something you'll be hearing that will be big in the next, couple of years. Yes. So yes, I think that is it. Of course, as you know, my name is Aduramigba Olayinka, and it's really my pleasure to have, hosted this, all the while. And as you go, let me give you a leadership, thought that I have. Just hold on a bit. Oh yes, I think I'm looking better now to do this. Yeah. So this is it. As you've heard, John Maxwell, said that you can extend this to some other people. If you would like to host, something like this, it could be just 10 people that you have that you want to get into a room to learn this, please reach out to me. We'll work together to get this done. You would host it. You would be the, host, and I'm going to take you through on how to do this perfectly. So yeah, please feel free to reach out to me if you want to join the Equip team. Yes, sorry, we couldn't explain that much, but Equip is, you can go search, on social media and website. Just type John C. Maxwell Equip. You would see, its website and all of that to understand, and reach out to me to know how you can be part of this. I mean, you don't want to miss out of a relationship that can open other doors to you. Yes. All right. At this point, I think I will say thank you to everyone. I see you, everyone who has been joining. There are some people I don't know. There are some people that I know, but I'm so glad that this retreat made sense to you. For you to have stayed to this time, it means you are getting an impact. You are being impacted. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to this. I can say, in the next couple of years, maybe like 10-20 years, that these are some go check my YouTube page. There are some people that showed up when I started my first event, or my first year, organizing event. And of course, I'm living a life of significance, just as we learned. So yeah, thank you everyone. All right. At this time, I would like to say goodbye as the admin. If you can just give us a celebration song. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and have a nice time as we prepare for the next event. All right.